afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Vineland High School, where we are here for boys varsity tennis between the Fighting Clan and the Chiefs of Buena. Kyle Bennett with you here on the call, joined by Olivia Elliott as we are getting set for varsity tennis. Olivia, it should be a good match today between pretty much crosstown rivals with Vineland and Buena. Looking at Vineland's lineup today, first singles will be Greg Burgess, second singles will be Dev Patel, and third singles will be Law Hill. And then we go to first doubles, which will be Michael Cagno and Rohan Patel, and second doubles will be Justin Mastro and Marco Barufi. Couple of matches already underway, which are second and third singles and first doubles. So we'll try to keep you updated on all the scores as they progress, and once first singles gets underway, and I believe second doubles is now underway as well. So Olivia, you're around the team a lot. What are you expecting from today's match?
Well, I'm definitely expecting that we pull out a win. The boys have been definitely playing very well these past couple of weeks. Buena, again, is a very good team, but I think that, the Fighting Clan can really pull through and gain another win.
So hopefully that success continues today here at Vineland High School. And if you're watching at home, make sure you subscribe to the Vineland Public Schools YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/@VLDSchoolsTV. That's where you get access to every single sporting event, every single event in general going on in the Vineland School District for the rest of this school year and beyond. So be sure to subscribe, be a friend, tell a friend, let everybody know to subscribe to the channel, so you don't miss out on any action across the Vineland School District.
So it looks that second doubles is already up by 1, as well as first dubs, and I can't see the score right now. Oh, second singles is up by 3, and first singles appears to have just started.
Yeah, Dev Patel up 3-0. And Law Hill looking to get his first points of his match, just trailing 1-0. Overheard him a little bit when I was down trying to figure out if the matches had started yet. So he was just missing a little bit, so he's just trying to find his timing. So hopefully he can kind of rebound here. He's looking for his first points of his match here with his third singles, right in the middle of the courts here. Dev Patel off to a hot start in second singles, up 3-0. Positive points there for the Fighting Clan. Hopefully that continues for Dev. Is moving at a quick pace, kind of ahead of every other match so far. Buena's first singles showed up a little late, so that match with Vineland's first singles, Greg Burgess, will be probably a little delayed behind everybody else, so we'll keep you up to date once that match gets fully underway, as it looks like they're about ready to get started. Some weird wind patterns out here today too that both teams are going to kind of have to, combat, as well as, just going toe-to-toe with their opponents. So Mother Nature not being too kind today on the first day of May, but at least the April showers are gone.
Yes, good thing about that. Appears as though first doubles is now up by 3.
Some good momentum here for the Fighting Clan between Dev Patel at second singles and Vineland's first doubles team, which is Michael Cagno and Rohan Patel. The late arrival from Buna's first singles kind of opened things up, gave us a full-fledged match today, which is nice. An opportunity for more guys to play, more points to be earned. Not mistaken, first single seems to be getting underway now, so Greg Burgess getting set for his match. Keep everybody updated on that one as well. Still 1-0 in favor of Vineland's second doubles, and as Olivia mentioned, it's 3-0 for first doubles. Every other score remaining the same so far. Nice point there from Law Hill. Hopefully that builds some confidence there in finding his shot. Getting some points on the board for himself.
And I've heard from Vineland's head coach, Vince Luciano, that today's match really only depends on first and second singles. So also the quickness of this match really depends on first and second singles as well. So it appears that second singles, that doesn't really seem to be a problem right now.
Yeah, good start for Dev Patel in his match.
First singles is up by 1 right now.
So even in a delay, hot start there for Greg Burgess. Looks like Vineland's second doubles now up 3-0 as well. Vineland has 3 matches right now and a 3-0 score. Greg Burgess up 1-0. And we should be getting a points update here from third singles. As it's now 2-1 in favor of Vineland. And Dev Patel at your second single is now up 4-1. So right now Vineland in the lead in every single match across all courts. Good effort by Law Hill, but a good point there by Buena. And now that they've switched sides, kind of paying attention to Deb and Law to see how the wind is affecting them from the opposite side now that the wind is kind of going in their favor, if they have to tweak anything with their serves, anything with their returns, and kind of on the opposite side with Buena now that they're coming at it with the wind kind of going in the direction how much they have to let up, on their serves if they don't want to overpower it too much, but wind's certainly a factor as we are sitting out here. So we'll see how that comes into play as each match rolls along. Good point there by Law.
Yeah, I even heard one of the players who is playing currently right now in first doubles, Rohan Patel, he was talking about it as they were having their pre-match huddle, as you would call it. He was definitely warning them about the wind and telling them to be strategic with their plays. So
Michael Cagno with a beautiful return there to get another point there for first singles for the Fighting Clan as they are looking to keep this thing rolling. Still 3-0 in both doubles matches.
Anybody know what the girls softball team's playing?
Not sure.
JV?
Not sure. We're on a live broadcast. First singles, it's still 1-0 in favor of Greg Burgess. Fighting Clan leading all matches, though.
yeah, I could definitely see as the wind is picking up how much the ball can really move and turn, if you would say it, in accordance to the wind. So it's definitely a huge factor when playing a sport like this.
Definitely seen it in Law Hill's returns, and every time he's kind of tried to play the ball with the wind, it seems like he's kind of trying to splice his shots to go with the direction of the wind, which is very strategic, very smart by him to kind of play with the weather rather than fight against it. We'll see if that success continues for him. Dan Patel up 5-2 now in his match.
Beautiful point from Law Hill. Appears we're having a score change over on first singles.
As well as first doubles, is Vineland now with a commanding 5-0 lead.
And first singles with a 2-1 lead. I'd also like to point out the fact that a lot of the Buena players are also being very strategic with their points as well, playing against the wind and being definitely a bit lighter on their hits and their serves.
And it definitely feels like one of those types of days where you kind of have to get an idea for how the direction of the wind is going. Once you play both sides of the court, you can kind of adjust your game depending on the direction of the wind, if it's at your back, if it's going with you. So it's definitely something that, it's going to be an adjustment for everybody playing today as each match rolls on.
Appears we have a score change on the second doubles court. Vineland up with a 5-0 lead.
So both of Vineland's doubles teams up 5-0. Great job by Buena's third singles player there to avoid the ball rolling by his ankles and get the return back. As he and Law Hill are in a battle right now, back and forth. A great rally there, won by Law Hill. Hard fought effort there.
Beautiful point over on the first singles court made by Greg Burgess. And it's looking like the first set is already over on the first doubles court. So they're resetting the score, and Buena's talking to their coach.
Points in the books there for the Fighting Clan. Good to see. Getting a score changeover in second singles as well.
And a score change at third singles. Law Hill leading 4-1.
So looks like Dev Patel took the first showdown there. So some more points on the board for the Fighting Clan. Still 5-0 over on the second doubles court. Great point there by Law Hill.
Looks like we're having a score change over on first singles.
Looks to be the
Yep.
case. Burgess up now 4-1. So another good sign for the Fighting Clan here. As you mentioned earlier, the first and second singles are going to be key in this match.
Beautiful serve from Greg Burgess over on the first singles court.
It was a great return by Law Hill during that back and forth on the third singles court. Ball was really low to the ground. He was going to have to really elevate his racket to get it back up in the air, to get it over the net. And great job by him to keep that going. Earns a point. Good effort there by Law Hill.
Especially when you're working with a spin on the ball, it can always have a really different type of effect.
Kind of curved it backhanded as well to keep it up, and a great job by him as another ball rolling across by Buena's third singles player. He does it again. Great job by Law Hill to keep this volley alive. Can't get to that one though. Great return point for Buena.
He's picking the ball up.
Seems to be the running bit there as a ball just continues to roll by the feet of Buena's third singles player. As Dev Patel up now 1-0. In the second game there between the second singles.
And it appears that the second doubles have now moved on to set 2.
So some more points on the board for the Fighting Clan as they were up 5-0 in that first set.
First dubs is also up 1-0. I could definitely tell that Law Hill's set is going to be a battle, and I think it's really all going to come down to him at the end of the match. No pressure.
Great job by Law Hill once again. Kind of play with the weather and elevate the ball just high enough, almost out of the reach of Buena's third singles player, to kind of make it an errant return. And he picks up another point in this first set.
Yeah, this weather really is sad. I'm getting ready for summer. Whew.
And if you're just joining us, obviously, you know, getting ready for summer, hopefully. And I know a lot of our viewers are Philly sports fans, Philadelphia Phillies. Bryce Harper is back. He got cleared by his doctor today, just 160 days after undergoing Tommy John surgery, and he's going to be back in the lineup for the Phillies tomorrow night against the Dodgers. So welcome back, Bryce, as the win just takes away our rosters. No one is safe. if you need more of a Philadelphia sports fix as well as some Vineland High School sports coverage during particular seasons, make sure you subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel or wherever you get your podcasts. YouTube.com/@UndergroundSportsPhiladelphia, home of Vineland High School football coaches show, as well as all your Philly sports fix. So subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and of course to our YouTube channel. As take a look at the scores. Greg Burgess still up 4-1. Dev Patel up 1-0 in his second set. And Law Hill changing over the score here. I believe he's going to take home the first set, if I'm not mistaken. That he will. So he wins that one 6-1.
Second Dubs is also now up by 1 for the Fighting Clan.
The only match still in first set territory is that first singles with Greg Burgess. Obviously, it was a little delayed start, so going to be a little behind unless some big-time point getting happens quickly, but no worries across the board as everyone else kind of moving right along.
Beautiful return made by Dev Patel. A great hustle from Buena trying to get to it.
I think I spoke too soon because I think Greg Burgess just won his first set. So everybody kind of on equal playing field now as every match in its second set. Fantastic run around there by Vineland's second singles as he and Dev Patel are going at it here, and Dev just misses landing that one in the safe zone.
Great rally overall, though.
Ball kind of corkscrewed a little bit towards this corner closest to us, and Buna's second singles player had to kind of stop in his own tracks, contort his body a little bit, and send it back, and kind of hurt my own ankles there. But
I know I would have never been able to do that.
nonetheless, great rally like you mentioned, and they'll get set for their next go at it here. Thanks. The rosters have been saved.
Again, what is up with the wind?
As Vineland's first doubles up now 3-0 in their second set.
First doubles is now up 3-0. Looks like we're having a score change over on the second singles court.
Dev Patel's kind of been in control of that match for most of the afternoon so far, as he's now up 2-1.
beautiful play by Law Hill on the third singles court. Really see that he was getting the top spin off of that ball, and he hit a really narrow shot. It was almost impossible to make it in the boundary line. So great effort from Buena and great point from Law Hill.
We got a score changeover on the second doubles court as well, as Vineland second doubles up 3-0 in their second set. Kind of going pound for pound with the first doubles team. It almost seems like they're competing against each other to see who can end up finishing first, as they're both up 3-0 and have kind of been trading their points back and forth. And both Vineland doubles tandems have been in control of their matches pretty much the entire afternoon.
We've also had a score changeover on the first singles court. Greg Burgess in the lead.
He's up 1-0 in his second set. Now it's another ball rolls
Another
across.
ball on the third singles court.
It reminds me, back in the day, no free ads. The old Chef Boyardee commercial where the can would just roll down off the shelf, throughout the grocery store, into the road. That is the tennis ball now. It just continues to roll across this middle court here in the third singles match, making a guest appearance as much as it possibly can. Fortunately, it didn't make it over the net, but Dev Patel just had an absolute rocket launcher of a serve there. And the thing with the wind, too, it doesn't even matter, like, directionally how you're hitting it. If you hit it at a certain point on your racket, the wind's going to elevate the ball as well, and it's going to change the trajectory of how you're going to have to play that point. If it's more elevated, if it's lower to the ground, the wind is certainly playing a factor in all of these matches from what we can tell, but especially these ones right here in the middle with Law Hill and Dev Patel. You kind of see how each player has had to adjust their game depending on what side of the court they're on.
Yeah, I look at this wind, and like I said before, I'm ready for summer, but then I remember I live in New Jersey. It's bipolar all the time.
I always tell everybody who I know that may not be from New Jersey, if you want to experience all 4 seasons in a matter of a week, just come visit New Jersey,
Yeah.
because you'll be able to do it.
Best place to be. I feel like if you want to experience maybe all 4 seasons in a day, go to Florida.
Yes,
Specifically during the fall months.
100%. Still 3-0 in both doubles matches. Law Hill up 1-0. Dev Patel up 2-1. And Greg Burgess up 1-0 in the first singles match. I've always wondered with tennis if there's kind of the inter-team competition where you want to be the first
Oh, always.
to finish.
Oh, always. But then you have to sit on the bench and wait. Like, well, I'm done, but gotta wait for everyone else. That's okay.
One of Law Hill's better serves of the afternoon just happened.
What a hustle from Buena on the third singles court. They are going at it.
Great job by Law Hill
Great.
there. Good awareness. Didn't stray from the path. Kept his eyes on the ball. Just followed it along to get that point. Great job there by Law Hill.
I think it's the shoes. I really love his shoes.
He does have, easily has the best shoes on the court today, in my opinion. That is something I always pay attention to no matter what sport I'm broadcasting.
Shoot.
Gotta look at the drip, because if you look good, you feel good, and if you feel good, you play good. Great job by Buena's third singles there. Looks like we're getting a score change here with the first doubles. As it's now 5-0 Vineland. Great point by Law Hill. Reached across his body, went kind of pseudo backhand on that one. Painted the line there to secure the point. Great job by Law Hill. Slow start for him, was kind of trying to find his groove. He seems to be in a zone now where he is locked in and finding his shots where he wants to put them. And 5-0 is the score of second doubles as well in favor of Vineland. As I mentioned, it seems like those two are just going pound for pound right now, seeing who can top their opponent first. Seems like first doubles has about like a 30-second lead right now. Not that there's an actual clock in tennis, but we'll see who comes out on top there as those matches progress. As Greg Burgess gets set over on the first singles court. That one lasers over the court, so another one in the book there for Greg Burgess. As we're getting a score update on the second singles court. 4-1 now your score in favor of Dev Patel. And Greg Burgess now up 3-0 in his second set. So, there's been some fight from the Buena Chiefs today, in a bunch of these. They're putting points up on the board throughout the sets, but for the most part, Vineland's been in control. They've been in the driver's seat across every court so far. As the wind's really picking up.
My lord.
Feels like the Wizard of Oz. I need to tap my shoes. There's no place like home. Great return by Greg Burgess over on the singles court, number 1.
Beautiful point on the first doubles court made by Michael Cogno.
And there goes the ball into the third singles court once again. On both sides.
On both sides. And it's rolling back. Law got it.
Great return by Dev Patel. Keeps it alive over on the second singles court here. Great returns throughout that entire rally by Dev Patel. He's looking to close that one out. Just out of the reach of Rohan Patel over on the first doubles court. Just missed a piece of that one to send it back, so Good hustle there by Law Hill.
I really think it's time to burst out like my winter coat or something. This is freezing. I'm gonna check the weather. Hold on. Let's check. It says it's 60 in Vineland right now. That has to be a lie. There's no way it's
If there was no wind, I could see it.
Yeah.
You know, there's some clouds and everything. The sun's trying to peek out right over top of us, but the
Says
wind
it-
is definitely playing a factor, as it looks like Vineland's second doubles is going to be the first to finish here as they win their match.
Says it feels like 58. That's also very much a lie.
Feels more like 48 maybe.
Feels like 42. You'd think we'd be adjusted to this by now.
So congrats to Vineland's second doubles, getting the win.
First doubles just also getting the win. Beautiful point by Rohan Patel. And I think that is game.
So both doubles matches in the books. Law Hill now up 3-0 in his second set. Dev Patel up 4-1. Greg Burgess up 3-0. So just singles matches remaining here between Vineland and Buena. If you haven't already and you're watching at home, hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/@VLDSchoolsTV. Click the bell icon as well so you don't miss out on any broadcasts of sporting events, school events, and everything else across the board happening in the Vineland School District. It's youtube.com/@VLDSchoolsTV. Kyle Bennett here with you, joined by Olivia Elliott as we're waiting for the conclusion of the singles matches here between Vineland and Buena boys varsity tennis. Vineland won both of their doubles matches just seconds ago. Fighting Clan in the lead across all the singles matches, though, looking to secure another win as Greg Burgess has a score change.
Five 0
5-0. Making quick work after a delayed start for the first singles match. Could be done before these other matches. Just an unfortunate miss there by Buena's third singles, so Law Hill grabs another point here.
Strategic point made by Buena on the third singles point court. Excuse me.
First singles was just in a rapid fire rally there as Buena secures the point. Great shot by Buna's first singles there. Kind of played the ball where it lied and was able to be up close to the net and secure the close range point there over Greg Burgess. Not going down without a fight. Up in the air, that one goes out of bounds. Craig Burgess hit the turbo mode on that one. It was like when you're playing a video game, you just hold down the X button. He said, nope. Another point for Buna's third singles there. He's looking to keep this one alive.
Yeah, I'd say definitely the third singles match is going to be a fight.
His first singles is up 5-0 in favor of Greg Burgess. Dev Patel up 4-1. And Law Hill up 3-0. Seems like Law Hill is just waiting for the perfect opportunity to launch one back. So he keeps feeding it back with his backhand, kind of splicing it a little bit, playing it with the wind still.
Yeah, then again, you can't be too straightforward, because if you hit too hard of a shot in this wind, it'll go flying. Greg Burgess on the first singles court is now up 5-0. Still fighting for that set 2 win. Then again, we are the fighting clan.
I think that's going to do it for second singles, as Dev Patel is going to win both sets.
Great match overall for the second singles. Both really put a good amount of effort into it. So
definitely rallied, definitely made it competitive. As Dev, I believe, won 6-2 in the first set.
Score change on the third singles court. Law Hill still winning by 4-1.
And then Dev takes the second set 6-1. Good recovery there by Greg Burgess. He sends that one great. Finish by Greg Burgess. Once again, hit the turbo booster on that one. Fired it like it was Super Mario Tennis. And I believe that was his winning shot.
Great
So
match overall on the first singles court.
even at the delayed start, Greg Burgess comes away with a dominant win there.
And like I predicted, Law Hill's still putting up a fight.
He is up 4-1. Looking to close this one out, get a sweep for the Fighting Clan across the courts.
It's a good thing, though, because you know that both of them are really trying their hardest. And that's all that matters in a sport like this, so.
Buena's third singles called that one out, and I was right there with Law. I thought he snuck that one in, but unfortunately wasn't the case. Good point there by Buena's third singles.
Beautiful serve by Law Hill. I believe this could be the winning point, possibly.
Might have one more to go.
Yup.
That one goes out of bounds. Easily in terms of back and forth competitiveness, this has been the match to keep your eyes on. It's been very fun watching these two go back and forth and keeping things interesting as Law Hill trying to secure the win and, like we mentioned, secure that sweep for the Fighting Clan here today against Buena. Feels like the wind kind of took that one away from Law Hill. That's now everybody making their way over to the closest fence to the middle court here.
Yeah, Law Hill has especially had a couple of nail-biting games.
Great awareness there by Law Hill. Good awareness. Didn't stray from where he was to kind of adjust to where he thought the ball might have gone. He just stayed in his position, kept his eyes on the ball, was able to use his backhand to his advantage, and secured that point perfectly. Goes out of bounds.
Everyone on the Vineland and the Buena team is gathering at court number 3 to watch this final match.
Couldn't get that one elevated enough to send it back over. Great serve by Buena right there. Law Hill able to return it, so we've got a nice little rally going now. Law Hill misstepped there. Kind of rolled his ankle a bit. Hopefully he's okay. Noticed it a bunch on that rally there. Law Hill kind of elevated his left ankle off the ground every time he sent it back, so he's definitely in a little bit of pain there after twisting his ankle up a little bit. So we'll see if that affects any of his serves, any of his returns, or how he's able to kind of play down the stretch here. And obviously, the number one thing, if it affects his mobility.
Nice point there by Vineland.
Getting a score update here, I think. Yes. It's now 5-2.
Law appears to be in some definitely a little bit of discomfort with that ankle. Still trucking through.
Souvenir.
Oh, never mind.
And throws it back. It's like when the opposing team hits a home run at your home stadium and
Give it
your
back.
own fan catches it and they throw it right back on the field.
So if Law wins this final point, means it's game for them.
Goes out of bounds. And like you said, Olivia, we're the fighting clan. We gotta fight for every point. So that's what
That's
Law
right.
is doing. He's fighting for every point, even a little banged up. Great serve. Didn't get the elevation that he wanted there on the return. I think every time the ball is called out of bounds and Law doesn't really have a great vision on where it actually landed, you just see the disappointment on his face, and it just increases every single time because he knows that if some of those would have just landed an inch closer to being in bounds, his match would be over. Gets a gift by the net there.
This is tight. This is getting really tight. I believe we could be at deuce right now, if I'm not mistaken.
I want to say you're correct.
What a hustle.
Another
wow.
great hustle return, just not enough strength there.
And that is game.
Great match between these two. Hard fought. Every point was earned. Even some minor injury occurred, and both of those young men battled it out. Great job, as Vineland is going to walk away with a sweep in every single match and win here today at home. So another dub in the column for the Fighting Clan as they take down Buena. Olivia, final thoughts on today's match. You called it early in the broadcast. You felt like Vineland was poised to get a W today, and they did just that.
Yes, great job from both of the Fighting Clan and the Chiefs. Overall, this was a great match. Definitely kept all of us on our toes. Third singles really had me there. Great effort from all the players, though, and overall great match.
Very competitive, very fun, as Vineland sweeps it. Wins every single match today here at home against Buena. For our producer, Doug Diola, I'm Kyle Bennett. For Olivia Elliott, thank you for tuning in here on the Vineland Public Schools YouTube channel. We will be back later this week. We got baseball later on in the week, tentatively, obviously. Schedules can change. Mother Nature can make appearances, but we should have some baseball here for you on the Vineland Public Schools YouTube channel. So be sure to subscribe, hit that bell icon, and we will see you for baseball later on this week. But until then, for Olivia Elliott, Doug Diola producing today's broadcast, I'm Kyle Bennett. Congrats to the Fighting Clan, and we will see you next time.
Thanks for tuning in. Bye.